I just started to look at your clothes and your shoes and your shorts and maybe everything you put in your hair. But you're pushing.
I'm asking your opinion. If, for example, you were a dairy cow.
Yeah.
You're about 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
And you've sort of become unprofitable in the farmer's eyes.
Sure.
So you're now on a truck.
I forgive the people. I would forgive. I
Would
think
you
it's
accept
forgivable.
slowly?
Yeah, but obviously I don't always look. It's not easy to
So
look,
that's different.
Yeah.
That's different between not being aware.
Yeah.
That's being ignorant. That's you keeping your blinkers on because it's more convenient for you.
Well,
when you do know.
I don't agree. You're kind of challenging. I don't think it's easy like that. I think you're asking quite black and white questions. And
it's black and white in a slaughterhouse, right?
Well, no. So as you've got this title here, then I just started to look at your clothes and your shoes and your shorts and maybe everything you put in your hair. And not you.
No, go for it.
I'm talking about everyone. So where do we go from? Where, what's the answer there?
I'm really pleased that you brought this up because 9 out of 10 people that sit down here will discuss diet.
Right.
Veganism isn't a diet. Veganism is an ethical position where you reduce as far as practically possible any harm to any animals.
Sure.
So the simple answer to things like products for your hair, toothpaste, shower gel, or your clothes is you just find a vegan option.
Right, okay.
Do you think that it's easy to be vegan?
I think anything's easy.
Okay.
I think anything's easy if you make a decision.
Do you think it's easier to be vegan than it is for animals to be in slaughterhouses?
Sure, yes, of course I do, yeah.
Do you think that we have an obligation to educate ourselves what animals have to go through for things?
Sure, I think we just don't see it. So the fact that it's hidden means that people are not aware of when, let's just say the most obvious scenario is meat wrapped up in plastic.
Yeah.
Then you actually don't see the horrific
the process
of animal torture, basically.
Yeah. So whereabouts do you stand on it? Are you against animals being tortured for taste pleasure?
Sure, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, funny enough, I did see a book in Waterstones a couple of days ago, and it had the most fabulous image on it. It had 2 humans naked on a plate.
Okay.
With a knife and fork on the side, covered in blood. And I thought to myself, oh my God, images are so powerful. And that just brought it home to me, actually, how we kind of have a hierarchy in our world of that we are superior. Let's just talk about culling deers, let's say in the Ashdown Forest. The government said cut the cull the deer by 50% because maybe there's too many road accidents. And I thought, well, hold on a minute, are we imposing on the landscape? Why not? Is it not the fact that animals were far older than human beings on the planet? So it goes on and on and on.
So with that mindset,
what's the answer? Because
that's where I'm coming. My next question. With that mindset and with your ethical positioning, you're against it.
Yes.
Do you support it in any way?
No, I'm not part of any organisation. No.
What I mean is, do you support animals being tortured in any way?
I have been, yeah.
What
by
about
being a meat eater?
I was going to say, what about the choices you make in supermarkets?
The clothes I wear. I mean, at the end of the day, can you just walk to the shop and find a vegan pair of shoes? You probably, or shoes that are made without torturing animals. I mean, where do you can't. I'm sure if you went on the high street, you probably wouldn't find one product.
Yeah, unless you're
otherwise,
I'd be stood here with nothing on right now.
No,
right?
I mean, you could probably go on Amazon. I don't think.
I
don't know if you go into the high street. Maybe you might find one shop.
Let me ask you this.
All right, maybe I'm proved I'm
Let me ask you this.
I'm challenged now.
Does a slight bit of inconvenience to you justify animals in slaughterhouses?
Oh God, no, not at all.
Really, it's irrelevant if there's one shop or if I have to go to the supermarket.
No, it's not about that. But I mean, it's like media, or does anyone? I mean, I would go and seek that out myself.
Do you though?
I can be lazy. I will be honest, a bit lazy. Yeah.
If you were the victim and someone said, "I'm just being lazy today,"
I
would you
wouldn't accept
it?
it? No.
Okay.
No.
Why
But it's education, though, isn't it? It's a slow.
You seem pretty educated to me. You knew, but you asking me a lot of stuff before.
Yeah, but slowly. I think it takes time because it's like anything in life, you know, it's you're conditioned.
If you were the victim, would you accept slowly?
No. Well, I don't. That's a judgment.
I'm asking you your opinion. If you were the
opinion,
victim, let's say, for example, you were a dairy cow.
Yeah.
You're about 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
And you've sort of become unprofitable in the farmer's eyes.
Sure.
So you're now on a truck.
I forgive the people. I would forgive. I
Would
think
you
it's
accept
forgivable.
slowly?
I'd say it's forgivable because I think not everybody understands. You know, you're kind of challenging. I don't think it's easy like that. I think you're asking quite black and white questions. And
it's black and white in the slaughterhouse, right?
Well, no, yeah, it is. But I think, for example, I wasn't a vegetarian when I was 5. I wasn't a vegetarian when I was 10. I wasn't a vegetarian when I was 15. It slowly took time to become aware of how the world operates and what is hidden isn't so obvious. So
once you're educated, you can then change, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
So are you educated now?
You can't ask those specific questions unless you are educated.
Okay, let me ask you now. Yeah. Where's your education on animal agriculture?
On what, sorry?
On animal agriculture. Are you aware what has to happen to animals to have things like meat, eggs, dairy and fish?
Yeah, but obviously I don't always look. It's not easy to look.
So that's different.
Yeah.
That's different between not being aware.
Yeah.
That's being ignorant. That's you keeping your blinkers on because it's more convenient for you.
Well,
when you do know.
I don't agree.
You're against your first point yourself.
Yeah, I agree to the fact that I think in life sometimes there's so much going on, and if you're sensitive, sometimes you have to kind of shut yourself down to, you know, I could say to you, I could challenge you with the same question. Are you aware that there's slavery in Cambodia, or are you aware that there's war in Israel? And
of course, I don't pay for that 3 times a day.
Sorry?
I don't contribute towards that war 3 times a day. If you're not vegan, when you buy clothes, you're paying for animals to be put into slaughterhouses.
Right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, good point.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, good point.
So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying you can't be against every other injustice.
Yeah.
Fight against all injustices. But people with animal rights, people tend to do exactly what you said.
Yeah.
It's a bit not convenient.
I understand. I'll take that on board. Yeah.
Well, take it on board, but just remember the whole time you're not vegan, an animal will be sent to slaughter for your benefit.
Yeah.
Because they're individuals.
Yeah.
When we look at a slaughterhouse, you may say, oh, right, 80 billion land animals slaughtered a year, 80 billion individuals.
Sure. No, I understand.
And if you as one, how would you want people to be perceiving this message?
I would say wake up.
Are you going to wake up?
Definitely.
All right. Let me give you one of these cards. You've been really nice to talk to.
Brilliant.